So we got this that just came out. It says Israel to spend up to $4.1 million on Christian PR campaign in Western United States. It says Israel's foreign ministry has hired another American firm to run influence operations in the United States, with plans to spend as much as $4.1 million on a marketing campaign aimed at Christians across the western part of the country, according to newly filed federal disclosures. The documents filed last week under the Foreign Agents Registration Act reveal that Show Faith by Works, LLC, will execute what it bills as the largest Christian church geofencing campaign in U.S. history. Geofencing is setting up an invisible digital border around a building, around a land mass, around some type of thing, where every time you cross the line, it registers your phone, collects that data in order to send targeted, specifically built and designed targeted advertisements to your phone. Whether you're on social media, watching a YouTube video or anything like that that has advertising, it messes with the algorithm and it will send specifically targeted ads to your phone. And so what they're doing here is they're setting up a giant geofencing campaign, the Israeli intelligence agency, to make it so anybody who crosses these lines of certain churches or colleges or events like the Charlie Kirk Memorial that took place in Arizona, which we know that the producer of the Charlie Kirk show said that they tracked 277,000 phones that walked into that arena in that region. What it does is it collects your data and then sends specifically designed targeted ads. And so this is what is happening on this. Newly formed company with a San Diego address, Show Faith by Works, is run by Chad Schnitger, I think that's it, a prominent Christian conservative activist in California. The initiative is designed to reach churchgoers with digital ads that are explicitly pro-Israel and anti-Palestinian, while dispatching a mobile October 7th experience exhibit, which is a giant truck with virtual reality glasses for October 7th. I don't know what all that entails, but that's what they want to do, which will go to church parking lots and Christian colleges. The campaign adds a new prong to Israel's U.S. communications blitz, implementing a $1.5 million per month contract for AI-driven social media activity with former Trump campaign strategist Brad Parscale, who was a Trump campaign strategist who just recently registered himself as an Israeli foreign agent. So there's that. And a contract with a firm called Bridge Partners to create an influencer network called the Esther Project, which we went over that months back. If you want to know more about the Esther Project. The PR blitz was anticipated after Israel's foreign ministry was allocated $150 million in this year's budget for public relation efforts and so on and so forth. There's been stuff out there that's been happening regarding all this. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the things happening, but there's been Netanyahu met with a whole board of pro-Israel social media people, like posters and stuff, that they get paid $7,000 per pro-Israel thing that they say. We know Larry Ellison, who's connected to the Israeli government, he just bought TikTok with that whole deal that's happening. We're already seeing stuff coming out that anything that demeans AIPAC, which is the Israeli lobbyist who basically owns the United States Congress. Any negative comments about AIPAC is getting blocked. Anything negative about Jews and Israel is getting blocked as well. There's some posts about pro-Palestinian and Arab stuff that's getting blocked on TikTok. We're getting some stuff out of Twitter as well, that if you say certain things about Israel and whatnot, your account is getting banned. So there's a lot of that stuff that's happening. There's some other stuff that's going on too. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was just confirmed by the same dude who's producer of the Charlie Kirk show, who said that they tracked 277,000 people. Basically confirmed that Charlie Kirk was indeed turning his back on the pro-Israel campaign because he started hanging out with people who were telling the truth regarding some of the stuff that's happening from the political climate of Israel, and he lost sponsors and stuff like that, and so that came out regarding that. So do with that with what you will. But that was confirmed by the dude. If you believe anything that's going on with that whole situation, which I don't personally, but just thought I'd let you guys know. But this is the official document regarding this venture that they're doing. So this is from the U.S. Department of Justice, the registration statement for the Foreign Agents Registration Act. And it is indeed the Show Faith by Works LLC. I can't make it any bigger. Sorry, guys. Which is the foreign principal of Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is a long document, but there's a couple things I do want to show you. I have them written down, thankfully. Jump down. There's a lot of information on there if you want to go and look at it. But it says right here, item, targeted geofencing, description, largest geofencing and targeted Christian digital campaign ever. Geofence the actual boundaries of every major church in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado, and all Christian colleges during worship times. Track attendees and continue to target with ads. And then there's follow-up targeting, social media advertisement, website development, website update, security and service, and optimization for website advertisement as well. Then there's this, which has to do with creating the custom 30 to 40 foot, 10,000 pound steel legal custom trailer designed by Hollywood set artists to create a custom experience with Christian endorsements and events with Christian athletes and celebrities. So there's that as well. That's part of the Mobile 10/7 experience, which has to do with the October 7th thing. You can see the prices of all this stuff as well. This includes Christian media and pastoral resource packages, including t-shirts, merchandise for Christian events, and tabling events. If you jump down, number of Christian megachurches, they're targeting 219 in California, 14 in Nevada, 38 in Arizona, and 32 in Colorado. So they're going after all those as well. Let's see here. Yeah, they got these as well. Churchgoers, they have an estimate of churchgoers, how many are in each state and at each church that they'll be going after with the geofencing campaign. They talk about number of Christian colleges, their population, targeted population that they're going to be hitting with those. Let's see here. Here's the list of churches. Just go slow. They literally have listed all these churches and their locations. Look at this. These are all the churches that have agreed to allow them to geofence their churches. These are in Texas too. These are all Texas churches. Look at this. It just keeps going. Here's California. California. And they got Arizona and Nevada. That's all in there as well. These are all the denominations that they're hitting. This is all registered with the government. And these are all churches that have agreed to this. So, Patrick, you said, what are people doing on their phones during churches? It has nothing to do with being on your phone. As long as you walk across that line, that geofence line, doesn't matter if your phone is on, doesn't matter if you're using your phone, doesn't matter if your phone is off, it's grabbing it. And now your phone is a target for those ads. Your phone doesn't even need to be on. Proton, scrolling too fast. I'm not going over all the churches. There's too many. I'm just telling you how long this list is. So it just keeps on going. Let's see here. There's another. Yeah, so this is the official presentation. Gotta zoom this out here. Activity, it says combat low American evangelical Christian approval of nation of Israel. use biblical arguments to highlight the importance of Israel and the Jewish people to Christian, educate Christians on the historical importance of Israel and significance of the region, increase awareness of Palestinian ties to Hamas and support terrorism with evangelical populations, and counter new evolving pro-Palestinian messages and whatnot. But yeah, this thing, where's it at? Yeah. Higher Christian staff in high-density Christian areas, Arizona, Nevada, California, Denver, Colorado. Like I said, they're already in Texas, too. Physical staff present at Christian colleges, Christian seminaries, and churches. Pastoral resource packages. All the churches that have agreed to the geofencing, that entire list that we went through, getting kickback. They're getting paid to do it. Keep that in mind. They're going after colleges and stuff. I'm surprised this isn't connected to TPUSA, honestly. Podcasts, social media influencers, largest geofencing and Christian targeting campaign in U.S. history. Geofencing digitally target Christians who attend a mega church in our target markets and beyond. What they're doing, plus their truck that they want to do. Christian events will be at Harvest Festival, which of course is Greg Laurie. Annual Southern Baptist Convention meetings, the G3 conference. They'll be there as well. Let's see here. There's another thing. Yeah, we can see here. These are what they're targeting. The regions that they're targeting on this. They have full-on packages and podcast recordings and stuff that they'll send to pastors who want them in order to do this, plus actual training. They'll do training for this stuff. And then possible Christian celebrity spokespeople that'll be a part of this. Chris Pratt, John Voight, Tim Tebow, Stephen Curry, Clayton Kershaw, Mark Driscoll, Rick Warren, Greg Laurie, and other ones that haven't been listed, along with young female Christian college athletes and influencers. Air One Worship Tour will be a part of that as well. And the very end, they want to do 5 additional things, including Texas, which we already know that they're already working their way into Texas as well. So this is a major campaign that's being done by the Israeli government. As we know, they're not to be trusted either. The Israeli government themselves. Political Zionism and Christian Zionism, 2 very different things. And this is quite literally a propaganda campaign that's currently happening. And I hold to the thing where the more this stuff happens, the more Israel tries to push this stuff out, the more aggression people actually create towards Israel. And I think this is feeding towards that eventual prophecy where the entire world will turn against Israel. I think they're not helping their case when they do stuff like this. I really don't. The more they continue to try to push this stuff out, the more the world has more aggression towards them. And I think that's important that we recognize that, that this is feeding into that whole situation. So